Welcome to the Towering Tropical Shirts Mango Rum Football Update, where I get to talk about all things NFL. Yes, this is COVID edition part 3 post NFL draft. And if you watch the NFL draft, you know it was a different thing, but it was still kind of exciting. Hey, we're all starved for any kind of sports entertainment. I know I tuned in. I'm sure a lot of you did too. So let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about the losers and the winners. We're going to start off with the losers. Number one, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that's right. Aaron Rodgers, I think, was the big loser in this draft because here he is, Aaron Rodgers coming off a 13-3 season. Packers have a good defense, wants offensive weapons. What does his team go out and do in the first round? They draft his replacement in Jordan Love. Now, you know, Aaron, I do hope you understand and realize the irony because 15 years ago, when Brett Favre still had a lot of gun left in that gunslinger arm, they drafted you, and you wound up riding the pine for 3 years and learning from Brett Favre and then taking over. So I know you're whining and being a little, and you could be a bitch boy about it, but understand this is a business. The Packers are looking long term, and I think you're going to come out and have a fantastic year, maybe even 2 fantastic years. If you win a Super Bowl, then you could just drop the mic, boom, and retire a Packer and say, hey, beat that, son, or you can finish your career somewhere else. Either way, you still got a lot of football in you, Aaron. Take it personal, but don't take it that personal. Another loser, well, I wouldn't so much call him a loser because he was the #1 draft choice, and that's Joe Burrow. Yes, #1 draft choice, he goes to the Bengals. And I know we're all thinking the Bengals are horrible. Yes, they've been horrible for a long time, but if you look at since 2011, they made the playoffs 5 times. They weren't as bad. There are worse franchises. New York Jets, Cleveland Browns. However, when you're the quarterback and you are drafted #1 in the NFL, usually you're going to a team that sucks out loud. Part of the reason they suck out loud is they can't block anybody, which means you're going to get bludgeoned. So, for the sake of his health, I sincerely hope Bengals front office and their management and their coaching staff has a plan. Not so much making sure he's got enough weapons, but put some big guys in front of him so he doesn't wind up a big punching bag. Because remember, Andrew Luck was the last quarterback taken #1 overall. He went to the Colts after they won in 15. He got into the playoffs his first year, but he got pounded incessantly. He lost 2 years to his shoulder and like a lacerated kidney, all because they couldn't block for him. When they finally got blockers for him, he was so beat up that after the 2018 season, he decided to hang it up. So don't let that happen to Joe Burrow. Give him all the protection. Let's see what he can do. Big winners. Let's talk about the winners of the NFL draft. I like what the Miami Dolphins did. They took a fly on Tua. Yes, I know he's had some injuries in his college career. I'm sure that's why he dropped all the way down to #5. But if he stays healthy, they could really have something special there. But the biggest winner has to be Bill Gates. You're like, Bill Gates? He don't play football. He don't own a team. No, but he owns Microsoft. And 32 teams use Microsoft's team managing message system to do the NFL draft. So that's like, I don't know, 30,000 freaking like little small caption windows everywhere. And you know Bill Gates didn't do that for free. And you know the NFL got deep pockets. So, but speaking of free, let's talk about some quarterback free agents. Jameis Winston, no longer a free agent. Winston has now just signed a 1-year deal with the Saints. Good for him. But here's a really funny thing that cracked me up. Jameis Winston comes out and says, oh, he can't wait to sit in the quarterback room with the Hall of Famer Drew Brees, future Hall of Fame coach Sean Payton. It's like going to the Ivy League of quarterbacking. Dude, you've been an NFL quarterback for 5 years. What more can you learn other than don't throw it to the guys in the other jersey? Hopefully, maybe he got LASIK surgery and he'll understand and see that better. Another free agent quarterback just so happened to be former Bengal, Andy Dalton. Now that they've got Joe Burrow, Andy Dalton is a free agent at a strange time because most teams already got, or every team really has their quarterback situation locked up. However, if I'm an NFL coach and I got a young quarterback that I'm trying to groom and he needs a good mentor, I go with Andy Dalton. I see what he wants, I pick him up. You don't have to pay $17 million for him, but maybe for 5 or 6, because the guy did have a very successful career with the Bengals. He actually had a winning record career-wise with the Bengals, even though he never won a playoff game. and he is the career leader in touchdown passes thrown by a Cincinnati Bengal. Bet you guys didn't know that. And finally, the last quarterback that's out there still in free agency is Cam Newton. I don't know if Cam is actually going to get a job until camp start, if they start, because no one can work him out during this coronavirus thing, because he can't go see a doctor. Nobody can get that close to him. Hopefully, Cam will get some love. But you know what the interesting thing is? If you ever look closely, really closely at Cam Newton and Bruno Mars. I mean, I know they're not the same person, but maybe they're like twins, like in, the movie Twins, and Cam got the freakishly athletic side, and Bruno got the freakishly creative side. Although, you know what? I've never seen the two of them together in the room at the same time. And finally, kudos to, well, not a big kudos, but if you notice, Roger Goodell has come out and said that he is not accepting a salary during the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic situation. Now, don't cry and boo-hoo for Roger Goodell, because the cat still makes better than $40 million a year. Everybody, please stay safe. Remember, cover up. You are always safer at home. See you soon.